Today we are rating and ranking every MrBeast chocolate bar flavor. We have all 8 in front of us and we're gonna be trying them, and we'll let you in on a little secret at the end, which is people's favorite. We don't know, we're gonna look it up, but what is your guess right now?
I really can't decide. I think it's either cookies and cream or milk crunch.
I think milk chocolate's a big favorite for a lot of people, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say milk crunch because it has that extra crunch to it. But we'll get right into it. We have a whiteboard with us. We're gonna be keeping tally of our rating, which is gonna be an average of both of our ratings, and we're gonna rank them at the end based on that.
First one, milk chocolate.
Let's get right into this. We had to dress up because we mean business today.
It says MrBeast Feastables. Ooh.
Smells like chocolate.
I like it.
Yeah, it's actually quite flavorful. I remember we tried these nuts a while back and that wasn't the best, but that tasted really good. Honestly, no complaints there. I think I'll go with 8. I'm gonna say 8.
I'm gonna start off strong and say 9 already.
It's really good. I just know there's probably something that could taste even better. So first up, milk chocolate. That gets an 8.5 average. We'll write it right here if this marker wants to work. Boom, milk choco. Not sure if you can see that, but that's an 8.5. We'll see how that looks when we come back to it. Next up, of course, we have milk crunch. We had to go with the one that's like the last one. We'll see if this adds quite a bit to the flavor. Obviously, we're hoping it changes the texture because that'd be kind of dumb if it doesn't. What are your thoughts on this?
I love crunch bars, so if it tastes like that, it's probably gonna be really good. Again, same design.
Definitely a smart choice to change to the squares and not just have one big piece of chocolate. Pretty good split. From the front, it looks pretty much the same as the milk chocolate, but the back, you can see the little rice in there. It's hopefully gonna give it some good texture. Hoping this tastes good, it looks good, it smells good. It started off strong. When I tasted the texture, I really liked it. I love the crispy taste in crunch bars, but the flavor wasn't as flavorful.
Yeah.
If it would have had the same amount of flavor from the first bar and then had that same texture it did, I probably would have given this a 10. It felt like there was more texture, less flavor.
I didn't really like the texture of it. It was kind of like a weird crunch. I don't know how to explain it.
I do know what you mean. It felt more like sand or something.
Felt like I was eating sand.
I'm gonna go with the 6.5. It's just lacking in flavor for me.
I was also gonna give it a 6.5.
Let me go to the whiteboard, write in 6.5. Should I write Mr. Crunch for this? Oh shit. We got Mr. Crunch here. I'll just write Milk Crunch just so if anybody forgets the joke. Sorry about my handwriting, I'm just doing this on a whim. 6.5, boom.
Well, that was my guess for the most popular one, and I'm kind of second guessing myself now.
If there's redemptions, I'm gonna go with milk chocolate. I think it's just gonna be basic.
I did say cookies and cream too though, so maybe it's cookies and cream. I'm gonna stick to that actually now. All right, next up is almond. I don't really care for almond flavored things, but I'm so excited to try it. Ooh.
This one also has a weird look to it. I won't lie, at first look, that's a little unappetizing.
I didn't say it. Why does it look like it's moldy?
Looks like someone was using a chalkboard and they just rubbed their hands all over the chocolate. So we'll see how this tastes.
I can smell the almond a little. I got no almond. Actually, I just, right when I said that I did, but.
I got a flake.
It was good, but to be called almond and not really get any, I don't know.
There is quite a piece right there. I don't know if we should get it. It's kind of annoying me that the almonds are so small.
I'm gonna rate this a 7 because I think it tastes better than the milk crunch, but I can't taste almonds that much.
I'm in total agreement there, which means I'm also going with the 7. So we'll move over to the whiteboard. All right, we got almond here and we both gave it a 7.
Before we move on to the next one, I just want to say I think almond does have a lot of potential if there was a lot more of an almond taste because the chocolate flavor was really good.
Next up, we have dark chocolate. I've never really been a huge fan of dark chocolate, but you on the other hand?
I love dark chocolate, so if I don't like this, that's all I have to say.
We'll answer a question I want to know. Does it look darker than the other chocolates? So here's the dark chocolate right there in front of us. There's the milk chocolate. I don't think that's an optical illusion. I'm pretty sure that one is lighter and this one is darker.
All right, let me get a piece. Mmm.
Of course, we have to dink it before we sink it. And it does smell like dark chocolate. It has quite a different smell. It tastes like dark chocolate, but it's not that flavorful.
It's weird. It gets way more flavorful when it's like all gone.
All right, I think I can kind of explain why people like myself don't care for dark chocolate. It reminds me if I'm like taking a bite out of this Expo marker. That's what it tastes like to me. I don't know why, but if I had to describe dark chocolate, that's it. Like I'm picturing myself just taking a big bite.
What?
Maybe you'll get me, maybe you won't. I don't know. I have a suit on, so you have to trust me. But what are we rating it?
I don't know how I feel about this because I liked it, but didn't like it. Like, it tasted really, really sweet for some reason. I don't know if it's supposed to taste like that. Would I eat it over Milk Crunch and Almond? I don't know.
I wouldn't, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I'm not really the biggest fan of dark chocolate, and I just don't think it's that good of a dark chocolate. So I'm gonna go 5.
I don't think it was a 5. I'll give it a 6.5.
That one's gonna be weird on the whiteboard, but I'll go do the math. Dark chocolate, and I'm using a light color. I didn't think about that. Lauren gave it a 6.5, I gave it a 5. So if my math is correct, what is that, 5.75? 5 plus 6.5 divided by 2. 5.75. What do we have next up?
Next up is dark chocolate sea salt.
Let's see if this one tastes better. It's broken.
I told you one was broken when I was picking one up. MrBeast.
Yeah, it does just smell like dark chocolate. I don't smell the sea salt. Dink it and sink it. Oh. I think the sea salt actually adds quite a bit to it. I'm really liking it.
I know I'm making like unsure faces, but it's because I'm really trying to taste it, and I think I agree with you. I think it does taste better than the normal dark chocolate.
You take a bite out of it, and it tastes like dark chocolate, like the previous one, but then you bite into something that has kind of like almost like a really soft, rocky texture, and then it explodes a little bit with sea salt. Not overpowering, but just a tiny bit. So it really adds to it, but I will say, I wish there was a little more of that sea salt flavor. Like the other ones, the Milk Crunch and the Almond, it does seem like it's just so tiny, but I still think it added to this flavor. It's definitely up there with Almond. Since I said Almond is a 7, I'll go 7 on this as well.
I'll go 7.5 because I liked it a little better than Almond.
7.25 on the whiteboard. I'll go write it real quick. Boom. Oh, looks like it says sea salt.
Next up is peanut butter. I love peanut butter. My favorite candy is Reese's. I hope I like this.
Very brittle.
Oh, it's very soft. Ooh.
It smells great. It smells like peanut butter. We're getting another bite because that was a really tiny bite. It's really good. It's really peanut buttery. I'd say I just wish it was a little bit harder.
I was gonna say it's like competing with the chocolate. There's so much chocolate flavor and peanut butter flavor, but I think it's really good.
Yeah, it's definitely still crazy good. I'll go 7.5. I think I like it just a bit better than some of the previous ones.
I was gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna do 8.5.
All right. Thank you. Peanut butter. So we have 8 as the averaged out score. Boom, there we go. Next up, my critique might have been heard because this is peanut butter crunch. So we'll see if this has a little more harder of a texture. This one looks a little more promising than the milk crunch because it has quite a bit more of the Rice Crisps. First bite was a little bit of a letdown. I
can't really taste the peanut butter. I feel like it doesn't really go that well together.
I taste slight peanut butter, but it's way less flavorful than the previous one. I'm gonna go 5 on this.
I'm gonna go 5 as well.
How thoughtful the Tin Man changed out the color for me. PB Crunch. We both gave it a 5, so I think you can do that math at home.
All right, the last flavor is cookies and cream. I love cookies and cream flavored things, so I'm excited to try this. Smart
packaging on this one. You can see from afar, there's a difference. It's because on the edges, it's white. On the previous ones, the only difference is the color on the name, which is quite small right there.
What the heck? Where are all the cookies at? Why isn't it on the back though? They're so thin. Like, look at the inside. It's like extremely thin, like the filling.
Gotta cheers, it's the last one. I'm gonna need to take another bite. It is pretty good off first bite, but I wanna see if it'll give me a little more flavor.
I think the chocolate bars are just so thin with filling that you don't really get anything. I would definitely eat milk chocolate out of all these, but this would be second. So I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
I'm gonna go with an 8. Same reason as Lauren. That one was one of the most flavorful ones. I still think it could be more flavorful, and I think some of it is due to how thin it is. You just don't get a lot of flavor with each bite. And I'm actually gonna bump up the milk chocolate to 9, because now with all this context, that was by far the best one I thought. We'll take you to the whiteboard and show you everything right now.
Thanks for changing the color, Tin Man. Sorry guys, I'm writing like this. My handwriting's not that bad, trust me. So in first place, we have milk chocolate at 9. In second place, we have cookies and cream with 8.25. Third place, we have peanut butter coming in with 8. Fourth place is dark chocolate sea salt with a 7.25. 5th place is Almond with a 7. 6th place we have Milk Crunch with 6.5. 7th place we have Dark Chocolate with 5.75. And in last place we have Peanut Butter Crunch coming in at an average of 5. Sorry. All right, we're gonna look up what the most popular flavor is. I said cookies and cream. I think it's between milk chocolate and cookies and cream.
I'm gonna stick with milk chocolate, which was my second guess. The moment of truth here. Really?
What? I don't know.
So dark chocolate is what came up for most popular on Google's AI overview. We just didn't care for that one, I don't know.
Wait, this website says peanut butter.
Okay, well, I thought there was a definitive answer. It looks like there's not. Maybe we'll be added as a source to one of these websites.
And by the way, we do eat other flavors besides milk chocolate, so that's not why that's our top pick. Like, I would probably go for cookies and cream or peanut butter way more than normal chocolate, but I just think that's the best tasting out of all of them. Let us know in the comments your favorite flavor and if you've tried all of them and what you think of them. If Jimmy himself, MrBeast, James Donaldson sees this, sorry about some of the ratings. We're just trying to be honest. We're not hating at all. We're actually pretty big fans of MrBeast. We watch like all his videos. A few things that we look forward to doing. When his show came out, that was like what we're doing every Thursday. So no hate or anything. We're just trying to be honest. We don't also want to go the other way and say, wow, this is amazing for everything. And then you guys can just call us out and be like, you guys are lying. There was some really good ones in there. There was some not so good ones. Milk chocolate though, pretty spot on. I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to do another video where we compare that with name brand chocolate. Hershey's, that's like the only other chocolate brand in this milk chocolate. But we'll see. That actually does seem like it's gonna face off pretty well against Hershey's. What do you think? I'm excited to try them blindfolded and see which we like better out of the two. But see us in that video. This one is over, so thank you for watching. Bye. I got my moolah. Look at this. It's filming, by the way.